Hello everyone. In the previous videos, I discussed in great details the significance of converting a character data type to date data type. And we also discussed how it's important in the context of data analysis to allow you to be able to convert character-based data types or character-based date data types into date data type so it can allow you to perform analysis on the actual date data types rather than on string data types. Uh, Now, in this video, we're going to reverse the topic and focus on how to convert a date data type to a character data type. And in that regard, we're going to discuss using the toCharacter function, which is simply a function in PostgreSQL that outputs the date value in a specified format in the string data type. So without further ado, let's get to it. I'm going to start by opening or querying this table here. I have a bunch of two data types and one character data type. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to change the data type for the comparison data into a character. So and the way it works is simply we're going to start with the SQL statement, right? And then we use the two character, and then we're going to pass our argument. So what's going to happen is the first argument is going to be um, the name of the field or the name of the value. In this case, I'm going to use the field, not a one value. I'm going to use the field from this table. I'm going to call it in here and say comparison date, right? And then the second parameter or the second argument is going to be the format that this conversion should happen, right? Although the conversion is going to be a string data type, but I would like to make sure that I provide a specific format for the output of this conversion. So I'm going to say, for example, since I'm going to perform conversion here, I'm going to say, for example, I want to see DD and YYYY. And I'm going to close the parentheses, and then I'm going to call the table name that this column should be called in from. Go ahead and run this, and there you go. You can see that I have the MMDDYY, which is the month, day, and one. Let's say if I want to change the YY to, and more importantly, as you can see, the day time is now changed to text, right? And now you probably asked like why converting a data type into a text data type, right? There are times that you may need to convert an actual date data type into more string data type, so you can do more like text analysis, sentimental. There's a lot of things that although there's a lot of things that you can do while you have your actual date data type and as a date data type, but you can also make use of your dates while it's in a string data type, if that makes sense. So that now let's come back to the format here. Let's say if I want to change the format from 4y, meaning 4-year digits, to 2-year digits, you're going to see that that changes here. Let's say if I want to change from DD MMDD to MMYY, although we don't use it here in States, but still, it's going to go ahead and run this, and there you go. You see that now we have the day, month, and year in 2 digits. Or we can also add the YY back in here, and it's going to give us that back. There you go. And if you wanted to really, really want to see everything side by side, then let's just call in all these columns. Let me just see what columns they are. And name. Okay, so let's bring the name, the rec date, the rec date converted, right? The comparison date, and lastly, this converted the date to string. Run it, and there you go. Now we have a data type, and then we have the same date, although changed, but now this is a text data type, and so ready for you to use it however you please. As I promised, this was going to be a short demo. Thank you for your time. I will see you guys in the next video.